Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Malwandle, and on this channel sizifunde iy'ncwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese siza la sokhuluma ngazo ley'ncwadi esisuke sizifundile sixoxela laba phela abasuke bengenaso isikhathi ukuthi bayifunde iy'ncwadi nalaba abasuke benqena nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu la eMzansi bese siza la sizokhuluma ngawo lama-reality shows, senza ama-reviews, ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama-shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. As we all know ukuthi this weekend I said ukuthi we were watching i-wrong turn, but we were watching Umndeni on 157, but bengathi sibuka i-wrong turn. And we all know ukuthi bekune-story sokuthi uLwazi has passed. Ulwazi is one of the wives he used to be one of the wives baka Maseko with his brother. There's abanye bathi it's his brother nje, abanye bathi it's his twin brother. I'm really not clear uMalwandle benolwazi ukuthi are they twins or are they just siblings. So ke bekunento yokuthi uLwazi ushonile. Naku-ke sesithola on the episode ukuthi uLwazi is alive. I-explanation kaMalwandle ukuthi bekulimele abantu abawu-2, and then they told him ukuthi one person is in ICU and one person is dead, and he had assumed ukuthi the dead person is his brother. I don't know how he made that assumption. So we were all surprised to find out ukuthi how uyaphila kanti ulokhuzana uLwazi, which I don't think really it was a great idea for them to play with death. But following that, I mean, some suspicions had always been ukuthi this is all producers doing. I think ukuthi they wanted to bring Umalwandle kanye noLwazi back to the show because it seems like there is no story now on the show without Nkanyezi and bebefuna ukubabuyisa. And there's a possibility ukuthi the stabbing did happen, but they exaggerated when it came to ukuthi khona abantu abashonile and people were in ICU or not. But I've been reading ama-comments abantu online. It seems like abantu bacabanga ukuthi there wasn't even a stabbing incident, and that made me think honestly ukuthi ngempela ukhona yini umuntu okwaziwe at all, even lo mngane abathi ushonile waze wangcwatshwa, ubani lowo mngane and ukhona yini lowo mngane. A lot of people are saying ukuthi ayikho yonke lento, which means even the fact yokuthi ulokhuzana uLwazi, when they went to check on him Maseko afterwards bamfica ebhandishile and all that, naleyo nje it was just a made up story by ilokhuzana, by her and ulokhuzana ubhuti wakhe, and also by Moja Love producers, because I'm sure they do know the truth. So now there is two schools of thoughts right now, because there's people who think ukuthi the stepping accident probably did happen, but then it was exaggerated in terms of ukuthi khona umuntu oshonile and that umuntu oshonile was uLwazi. But then another school of thought is that none of it happened. There was no stabbing and there was nobody injured, there was nobody in ICU and nobody died. So it's really interesting ukuthi this thing ended up being on a TV show. So i-question yami is ukuthi is it ukungasebenzi kahle kwama-producers okwenza ukuthi this thing ends up on TV kodwa ingacacanga ukuthi is it the truth or not, or was it intentional on their part as the producers to present us with a story vele that is not true just to create a drama? I think a concern yami will only be because they really just did play with death. And also abanye abantu they are saying ukuthi it might not have been ama-producers, it might be bona uMalwandle benolokhuzana benolwazi ukuthi they just wanted to get back with ulokhuzana uMaseko, and it just so happened ukuthi because they knew ukuthi they are oMaseko they are shooting the show, they made that call and they made up this story and they made that call to make sure ukuthi it's on TV because they knew ukuthi uMaseko is shooting the show right now. I'm wondering but why would uMalwandle benolwazi want to get back to with uMaseko? And I thought ukuthi because abantu are saying ukuthi uMalwandle nolwazi vele bayabantu who like lokhuzana i-attention, allegedly bathanda i-attention kakhulu, so they probably wanted to come back to uMaseko so that they can get to do the show. But the question yami with them is that why would they want to do the show when the show hasn't made that much difference in their life, honestly? Because if you look at the indawo abahlala kuyona, it looks like basahlala emjondolo, and they did the show so long ago. It should have made a difference even in their lives, because when you do a reality show, guys, not only do you get paid from doing the show, but there's other opportunities that you can get from doing the show. But it doesn't look like with them it changed their lives that much ukuthi they were on a reality show. So I'm wondering ukuthi, why would they want to get back to the show so much? So is it because they want to get back with Umasego? Because now it looks like Umasego has money, because he's the only one that seems like ukhokhele from doing the show, because impilo yakhe seems to be different now. Or they want, like people say, they want attention, they want to be on the show. But why would they want to be on the show if the show doesn't make a difference in their life? Because a lot of these people, abama wives kamasego, it's like impilo yabo hasn't changed because they have been on the show. Really, honestly, guys, at this point, I think we need a union or something when it comes to reality TV stars. Abantu abasebenzela amalokhuzana who are working as reality TV stars, they need a union, honestly, because honestly, khona umuntu ofanele regulate how these people are getting paid, who gets paid, and how much do these people get paid. And when you do a reality show, it should make a difference, honestly, in your life, because the negative comments and the negative, like the negativity that you have to deal with on social media. Right now, Umalwandle is being called a liar, and there's a possibility that the lie was not just made by him, it was him with the producers, but he seems like he was the one that made up the whole story. That in itself can affect somebody's mental health, because there's so much that is being said about him on the show, and these people need to be remunerated for such things, because their lives are being affected. So if your life is going to be affected negatively, at least there must be like a financial gain from it at least. So I do feel like South Africa needs more regulations when it comes to indlela labantu abakhokhelwa ngayo for doing these shows, and it needs to be considered ukuthi, not only do they work when they shoot the show, but also the after effects of doing the show. Number one, the fact that you've been on TV but usahlala emjondolo, guys, that's an issue in itself, because abantu are not kind. People are not kind. Why wena usahlala emjondolo kanti kade sikubona kwi-TV namanje usahlala emjondolo, and umjondolo mhlawumbe ungenagesi ungenamanzi. I'm not saying ukuthi i-value yabantu who are living emjondolo is less than abantu abahlala in a different environment, but I'm just saying ukuthi a lot of the times it's not by choice. If umuntu enayo imali, they go and they live in a better place. And for me, it's an indication ukuthi labantu abayitholi imali from doing these shows. If they do, they get very little, that it cannot change their lives in such a way that they get to go and live ey'ndaweni ezithe ukuba ngconywana. I don't know what you guys think about this story. I'm still convinced because the producers were involved in this lie. I'm not sure about Abo Maseko, Nabo Dabula, ukuthi bona did they know. But the reaction kaMamkhulu nayo was too dramatic. I almost feel like she knew ukuthi it was a lie. She was acting and she did a little bit too much, and in a way gave it up ukuthi it was a made up story. Guys, tell me what you think about it, and do you think ukuthi honestly the negativity that Umalwandle is getting right now for that lie, she deserves it, or she should be getting it, or everybody on the show should be getting it just as much, because everybody probably lied about Ulwazi being dead. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like it before Pumenyona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Minitanda. Cool.